The Voice in the Vent. Part 1. The Room Above. Caitlin moved into her new apartment in Baltimore after a difficult breakup. The building was old but clean, and the rent was unusually low for the area. She noticed on day 1, her unit, for B, had no neighbor above it. The top floor, 5B, had been sealed shut since the 90s. The landlord, a gruff, no-nonsense woman, simply said, "Just storage. Don't worry about it." But Caitlin couldn't ignore it for long, because every night at 3:17 a.m., she began hearing footsteps directly above her ceiling. Slow, deliberate pacing, always at the same time. There was no way it was rats. The steps were heavy. Human. Part 2, The Vent. One night, as she lay awake, Caitlin heard more than footsteps. A voice, muffled, garbled, coming from the air vent above her bed. At first, she thought she imagined it, but the next night, it came again, clearer this time. A soft, male voice, barely a whisper. "Do you hear me?" Caitlin froze. She stared at the vent. The slats vibrated slightly. She didn't reply. The voice repeated, "I know you're awake." Part 3. Investigating 5B. Caitlin demanded answers. The landlord dismissed it. "No one's up there. Place is sealed. Been that way for 30 years. But one of the older tenants, Mr. Darnell, spoke to her in the laundry room. A man used to live in 5B. Name was Emery Shaw. Quiet, odd. Worked nights. Never left the apartment much. He vanished. No body. Just gone. They say his voice started coming through the vents afterward. Always at 3:17. Part 4. Contact. Caitlin set up a recorder next to the vent. The next morning, she played it back. At exactly 3:17, the tape hissed, then a whisper. "Please, let me out." Her blood ran cold. That night, she spoke into the vent. "Who are you?" Silence. Then, slowly, "Emery, I can't see. I'm still here. Please talk to me." Against all reason, she continued talking to him for days. His voice became clearer, more desperate. "They locked me away. No light. No air. I don't know how long it's been." She began losing sleep. She started seeing shadows move along her ceiling. Sometimes, she'd catch a glimpse of fingers behind the vent slats. Part 5. Obsession. Caitlin became obsessed. She bought blueprints of the building, learned that above her room was a crawl space behind 5B. She begged the landlord to let her see 5B, was told no violently, so she broke in. One night, 2:30 a.m., armed with a flashlight and crowbar, she crept upstairs and pried open the rusted door to 5B. Dust choked the air, cobwebs everywhere. The unit was untouched, furniture still in place, coffee mug half full, hardened by time. But the bedroom, the wall was torn open. Inside was a small crawl space, a makeshift room, just large enough for a person. In it, a mattress stained with old blood. Scratch marks lined the walls. Caitlin backed out, horrified. Then the flashlight flickered and died. In the darkness, she heard it. "You found me." Part 6. The Disappearance. Neighbors reported screaming from 5B around 3:30 a.m. By morning, the door was shut again. Caitlin was gone. Her apartment was undisturbed, except for a chair under the vent and a note on her bed. It read, "He's not in the vent anymore." Epilogue. Weeks later, a new tenant moved into 4B. The landlord told her the usual. "Don't worry about upstairs. It's storage." But the first night, at 3:17 a.m., she woke up to a voice through the vent. "Hello? Is someone there?"